I never got him. Now's a good time. I think I got the No. You know what I mean? I didn't think of it.
Yeah, when the people came closer to the park, all the reflections.
See, so this is what you want. See, walking up here, they'll say something.
Okay, heads up.
Here he comes, here he comes.
Oh, you are.
Lady.
My phone in your pocket.
We love you, Mr. Cosby! Yay! Mr. Cosby! We love you, sir! We love you, sir! We knew it! We knew it! We knew it!
Scoot over just a little bit.
Don't miss it!
Mr. White, can you take the pole? Can you take the pole inside? You can take this inside if you want. Okay.
No, right here.
Hey! 204.
Okay, everybody. We want to thank the Pennsylvania State Supreme Court, as I mentioned earlier, for reviewing Mr. Cosby's appeal, but also seeing the light, seeing the lies, seeing that Mr. Cosby had immunity. This U.S. citizen who served our country in the Navy, not just in the Navy, but he served our country in so many different ways through his celebrity, him and Mrs. Cosby. Mr. Cosby has always used his celebrity, his name, his likeness, to uplift women. This is a man who refused to perform at the White House with Nixon.
Talk about it.
Nixon put him on accompanist list in the 60s, along with so many other great names like Dick Gregory, Jane Fonda. How could a man who was being watched by the FBI every day be raping and drugging women in the 60s or 70s, especially a black man? Today, innocence came to Mr. Cosby with the help of these wonderful attorneys.
Yes, yes.
To his right, you will see Miss Jennifer Blangine. She argued the appeal. To my left, you see Brian Perry.
Yes.
To Brian's left, Ashley Cohen. And then you have
Haley Coolbaum.
Haley Coolbaum. These are women and men
They kicked ass.
who from all walks of life. As I said earlier, James Brown made a song, it's a man's world, but it would be nothing without a woman and girl. Mrs. Cosby was that woman. For 57 years, the queen, the matriarch of the Cosby family, who fought for his vindication, who said he would be vindicated. And today, on this hot day, this is a hot verdict for us that we will forever cherish, because we got one of the greatest, or the greatest entertainer alive today, Mr. Bill Cosby, this great American citizen, this American treasure, this icon, with us today. I'm going to allow Ms. Blangine to say a few words. Ms. Blangine?
Yes, obviously we are thrilled to have Mr. Cosby home. He served 3 years of an unjust sentence.
Too long.
He did it with dignity and principle, and he was a mentor to other inmates.
Yes.
He was really, as I say, doing the time. The time was not doing him.
He's a classy man.
And I want to say this about the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. They demonstrated that they were impervious to the court of public opinion, which, frankly, the lower courts were not. Mr. Cosby, we knew all along he never should have been prosecuted for this. He had every right to rely on the prosecutor's word. And they pulled the rug out from underneath him because of politics, because of the court of public opinion, and that is not how our system should operate. When that happens, there cannot be a just sentence. And if there had been a just verdict and a just sentence, we wouldn't be here fighting. But there was not a just sentence and not a just verdict. And I think it's really important that we keep our eye on the ball, that our Constitution is sacred, and that we need to uphold it at all times. And I'm glad that the Pennsylvania Supreme Court saw it the way we did.
Brian Perry.
I'm very proud of the team that we put together, very proud to be part of this case. We always thought that eventually this is where it would end up. Mr. Cosby and I had many, many talks over the last couple of years. I predicted it, and we're here. It's a good day for the Cosby family.
Mr. Cosby, how does it feel to be home?
Well, he is extremely happy to be home. He looks forward to reuniting with his wife and his children. And obviously, this has been a hard 3 years for this entire family. And it's really a blessing for him. And he says, you know, his heart is just beating really fast, and he's happy to be here.
And we have Ashley here who worked on the case. Ashley, say a few words. Ashley Cohen.
I'm just honored to be part of such an amazing team. These lawyers did an incredible job, and I'm so thankful to be a part of it and to help Mr. Cosby, and I'm just proud to be here and watch him get released.
And this wonderful attorney, Haley, you see right here. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Her father was in prison with Mr. Cosby, and he sent a message to Mr. Cosby before he left today for her. Say a few words.
He did. He said he loves me very, very much. And
What's your father's name?
Richard. And I in return love him very, very much in return, and I was glad that Mr. Cosby and got to know each other while incarcerated together, and I'm blessed and so grateful to be here to see Mr. Cosby be released.
And in closing, this was an unwanted 3-year vacation that Mr. Cosby never asked for. But in hindsight, we're happy that he got it because he was able to pull the covers off of the corruption in Montgomery County with the crooked DA, with the crooked judge, Steele and O'Neill. These same people find this man, this American citizen. I don't know how a DA has that much time on his hand to fine him $2,010 for not cutting his yard. I was on the way to pay that fine when I got a call from Nick DeHatt, and Nick told me that they had vacated the conviction. You know, what we saw today was justice. Justice for all Americans. Mr. Cosby's conviction being overturned is for the world and all Americans who are being treated unfairly by the judicial system and some bad officers, because all officers are not bad. So we want to thank this entire team. We want to thank Mrs. Cosby, her family. I want to thank my family, and just thank you all for those who decided to tell the truth and allowed us to tell the truth when we had the opportunity. Thank you.
Do you have anything to say?
Mr. Cosby, how you feeling? Are you happy to be out?
Feeling free. Nick, you better do right by him when you make this video. I'm telling you, they let the white boy do it. You better do it right, Nick. I'm not playing with you, Nick. You better tell the real story, Nick. Don't play around. I mean it. You better not do this for money, Nick. You better tell the real story, Nick. I'm not playing with you, Nick. You better tell the truth. Don't ride both sides of the fence, Nick.
I'm right here behind you with your pole. I got your pole.
You better do right by him, Nick. I mean it. I'm going to be up your ass. You better do right by him, Nick. You're going to hear me in your dreams.
This is literally what we did. If I could go on his life.
You're going to hear me in your dreams. You better not deal with Gloria already, Nick. I'm coming on.
Took pictures of that, and we get a couple of meetings at some point.
Girl. Wow, what did that do to your life? Oh wait, I think this is